Hey guys, Herblin here with another exciting episode of Dwarf Fortress. Going around my fort, taking a look at it, I want to make sure that we get all these little holes and ways into the fort closed off. Because, I mean, we've got little things like this, and we've got, like, that's going to be a problem. So we need a couple of grates made up, I think, to close some of these sections off. And best way to get that done is to just go and get this finished with. Let's get this guy working on it. We've got a lot of iron stockpiled, so I'm just going to go with iron furniture, I think it's under, and iron grates. And just start constructing a whole bunch of these. Because then we can throw them in any little holes that we find later on. That's going to be a really important thing, I think. And our siege workshop is also almost done, and that's really exciting news. We finally got things being planted inside. We've got dimple cups supposed to be planted here, but we don't have any seeds for them. We've got seeds for like all this other stuff, so I'm gonna have... Let's just go with grapevines. Let's plant grapevines. Maybe somebody will make some wine out of it. That'd be so cool. We ran out of dimple cup seeds, so I'm gonna put in beet plants here. And hopefully they keep the other stuff that they've started on, and some ratweed. Now I've set these all for fertilizer because we've made quite a bit of it out of ash. We've made a lot of potash. And I'm just gonna have that job continued if we have any left. If we have any ash left, no, we don't. So I guess we need the wood burners on that, don't we? I think there's a couple of wood furnaces doing absolutely nothing down here. Let's make some ash and get that built up, and we'll start converting that over to potash and using that to make fertilizers. I've got chainmail laying on the ground. That's kind of a weird thing. So I think it was Marnie, I believe. I think it was Marnie had some kind of garbage armor on. If I can find her here. I'll have to look later, I guess. Was it somewhere else? Where was Marnie? I'm probably going right over her, but missing it. Almas, Kivish, Morny. There we go. How did I not see that? Right there. Let's go to the equipment for Morny. And I think she has a... Yeah, I think it was a copper breastplate. Yeah, screw that. Armor, specific armor. Let's see, where is... Or did somebody already claim that thing? Is it just sitting on the ground for, like, no reason? Oh, no, here we go. Iron mail shirt. There we go. I think that's got to be better than a copper breastplate, even though it's a well-crafted copper breastplate. I mean, at the end of the day, it is copper. I think we already... Okay, our trade depot's over here. I just see all this stuff still sitting in this trade depot, and it looks almost like something's going on with it. Got so many things here. A lot of cages and stuff. Doesn't look like too many interesting animals. Has this guy got any... No, he's still working on those ballistas. Ballista parts, rather, for the bolts. So we're going to want to make a couple of ballista parts here, and then we can actually construct our ballista. And then we're going to want to make... We're going to want to assemble a couple of ballista arrows, too. And that's going to be a task. Once we get that made, we've got the platform set up. We've got the platform for this setup, so we just need somebody to actually come out and finish it. I guess they're still putting in some of the flooring, but it's pretty much set up at this point. And then we'll be able to start firing arrows off over here, down at anything coming across at us from the bridge area, which hopefully is something that we can use to our advantage. And then we just gotta start walling off some of the little entranceways and such that have been left open over time, like here. I guess we're gonna want something, some grates in here. Or do we? No, we've already got a couple grates in here. Just the construction's been suspended for some reason. Probably due to lack of wall grates. We've got one in here in this little tunnel. Yeah, right there. And then I seen one here that we need too. But we need access to a grate, so we'll wait until that's made. Yeah, once that's been made, I think we'll be able to... Yeah, we've got a couple getting put together there. Let's make a few more. Let's just fill the production queue. I don't want to turn it on and forget about it, but I definitely want quite a few made up. And the top guy, this guy's going to be working on ballista arrowheads. I'm going to put them on armor. And I'm just going to go with iron. And I'm going to make up a couple of iron mail shirts. A couple more iron mail shirts, just in case we got a couple more, like Morny wearing low quality armor. Then we can get them at least wearing the chainmail for when they go out. I'd rather them go out in the plate mail, obviously. But sometimes it's just not going to happen. How are we doing on bolts? I see a hunter canceling. Yeah, he's got lots. Maybe we should start working on some metal bolts. I mean, we've got the iron supply. We definitely got the iron supply. I think it's more about getting a supply of iron bars stockpiled at all times and keeping these metalsmiths going. So I'm not sure how good the wooden bolts are. I'm guessing that they're kind of crap. I don't know if they kill animals one hit or if they, you know, take several hits or if they're worth it. But maybe we should start considering work on a little bit better of a product. This little pool's filled up quite nicely. I'm really happy with that. And if it starts overflowing and coming up into the base from here, we've got that nice, beautiful little switch there, which is going to save us. So some of the iron grates have been made. Let's put one down. Put one right here. And then we had an other section that I noticed as well there. So those got put in. So we've got 2 iron grates there. And we've got one coming in here. So our little storm grate things, those are fixed up. Actually, you know what? We didn't even need one here, did we? I guess not, but for some reason we dug into here. Probably to drain out water. But you know what? We can put one in here anyways, and then we can put a floodgate right here. And then we can open that up. And if we ever do get flooded, we can unflood that way. It's just a little relief thing, and we can, you know, whatever, drain ourselves of water that way. Squidman's become a... Okay, so I guess they're just changing up who's on training and who's relieved and on break. As I just seen a couple names rotate over. See, our military's really coming along nice. There's Ryu Colin right there. Let's see what he's got. He's got his iron battle axe. No kills on it yet, but he's got that iron battle axe that he's grown attached to. He's got that really cool shield somewhere too. Let's see if we can find that. Goma Thicker. Interesting. The legendary Elder, an iron shield. Masterful iron shield created by Wilhelm Coppercap. Cool stuff. So the water's starting to freeze over. We can see winter's going to be on us soon. Which means the New Year's slowly coming in through its way. I'm really looking forward to that long safe time, as always. Why aren't they, nobody's planting grapevines? We should have some guys without jobs. Yeah, we've got 33 idlers. So let's just read into these guys and pull out the slackers and get them working on farming. So we've got all these guys doing nothing. Where is farming here? Somewhere. There we go. A bunch of them have the farming job set up too. That's frustrating. Alright, what's this guy? What's that? Oh, a siege operator. We gotta keep that guy. Ready. But I guess when that time comes, we'll get him out there and get him pumping out, shooting arrows off into the distance. This guy's almost got all the ballista parts made up. Just need some guys planting stuff. Maybe they're not able to plant the grapevines for some reason. Let's switch them over to potatoes. Potatoes should be pretty easy to do, right? I think potatoes would be a good dwarven hearty type of food. Potato stew with something with whatever animals we butchered recently. Quite a few. What's in this butcher shop, anyways? Got some old nervous tissue. Let's throw that out. Let's dump some of this stuff. I don't think we have anything rotting in here. Oh, we do. We have rotten stray llama, nervous tissue, boar bones. We'll keep all the bones. We'll keep the bone bits. Keep the skull. Somebody will probably craft out of it. But anything rotten like that, we want to get rid of that. Because you don't want that sitting around creating diseases for you. I'll have to add a switch in for this this bridge crossing the river too. But I'll probably put that in with time. Because right now it doesn't really matter. The water's going to freeze over and create an easy walk across for anybody anyways. So we've got an armor Aesop became an armor. I guess all that, all those iron shirts paid off. How are they coming along? What kind of quality are these at? Not amazing. You know, I was gonna do a couple of traps too. Let's see. Can we do any kind of cage traps out here? I'd like to catch a few things. Yeah, let's do a couple of cage traps out here. Let's just put them on this side of the river. Kind of in the little treat area. I know they're all kind of packed together in one spot right now, but too close to the edge, yeah. So we can't put it right at the edge, I guess. Anything that's coming... My logic for this is like anything coming over here is going to want to cross the bridge at some point. So we create a little minefield over here of cage traps, and hopefully we get something. Maybe animals that we can tame, or maybe like enemies, like maybe goblins or something, or kobolds that come in to steal things. We can catch them. We can put them in some kind of gladiator pit and train our dwarves against them. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Getting a little gladiator pit set up with caged enemies. But for that, we're going to want to end up getting a bigger prison. It just is what it is, right? What's this guy doing? This guy's chained up. What did he do? We've got a criminal. We got a... what's the justice tab? I forget. There we go. This guy got 43 days in prison for violation of a production order. So the mayor asked him to make something, to produce things. I guess certain times, like, I think he wanted crowns made up or something at one point. And this guy is a craft dwarf and crowns weren't made up. So this guy got 43 days in prison for something ridiculous. Which is really unfortunate, but hopefully he gets a nice, he's having a good time in there. He'll be upset about being confined. He doesn't feel anything about being confined. But he was interested in the wonderful restraint, so he was happy. That's really strange. He was really happy about the quality of the chain that we used to lock him up with. That's oh, sorry about that. That's something weird. All right, and all these guys. We've got a couple guys hanging out. Whoa, this guy is really upset. This guy is saying it's great to be surrounded by family, but he's felt angry after getting into an argument, exasperated after caught in a snowstorm. Horrified. Look at all the red horrified. This guy is just like one big long mess of awful, just terrible lifestyle. What about this guy? Some of these people, they're just having a really rough time here. It's not really easy on them. We really got to get those churches set up, I think. But let's get that smoothing job set up, because that's something that we need, right? And then we got a little office space cleared out there. Right over here, that's where we're gonna put in a little office for one of those nobles. That the manager, he needed that. Once we get that set up, I think he'll auto assign certain tasks, or certain tasks need a manager to complete. So that's gonna help us out a lot. What's going on with this little floor? Almost there. Oh, construction's been suspended. Let's re-enable that. Yeah, let's get that set up, because that's important, right? And siege engine. What was that under? Yeah, siege engine, and we're gonna set up our ballista. Let's put our first one right here. We're gonna have a couple, I think, and we've got a couple pieces, so we can assemble it. And then we'll be able to stockpile ballista arrows right down here and just fire arrows off. Maybe we could get a couple of them, maybe 2 or 3 of them. Just set up here along the top. Really good stuff, and we'll be able to hopefully use that if anything giant comes after us, or we get kind of overwhelmed with an attack. Again, that's pointing right at the bridge section where we're hoping that anybody's going to be crossing. Also where we were trying to set up these traps. So I hope that might turn into something a little bit better, right? And let's go back down. Let's go back down to our little living quarters. Let's set up a door on this new office space. I know it's not done yet, but let's just put in a chair and a table. Oh, we don't have a table. It really only needs a chair, I guess, but we'll put a cabinet in there for him. We're really hurting on tables. I guess table production has been something that we've been struggling with, isn't it? Kind of the whole time we've been having a really hard time with table production. Let's set up... Let's see if we have any more of that... what was it? Lead we were using? Yeah, let's use up that lead and just put on table production after these bits of armor made up. What was that? Lead tables. So we'll use that up. If we have any lead laying around, that's what's going to happen with it. Lead made tables. Doesn't look like it though. A lot of these crates here. Oh, we've got a couple lead bars. A few copper bars. A lot of these bins are kind of getting empty. Getting a bit low on things. How are those smelters doing? Hematite. This guy's making coke. And this one's making steel bars. Maybe we need to kind of just switch all three of them over to iron or over to something. Because we're starting to run low on iron. But I guess we're also running low on iron because iron is needed to make the pig iron and iron is needed to make the steel, right? And steel is way better than the iron. I mean, realistically, we want everybody clad in steel. So the military's going strong. Still got all those idlers, but what can you do about it, right? Guess we could organize a little better. Let's just watch this job. These guys are smoothing out the stone. Let's get this, hopefully this gets done. We'll just keep an eye on these guys and come back when we get a little bit more to report on. Man, that is a painfully long thing to watch. I know you guys are watching it sped up, but watching these guys just work in real time at these carving out the floors is so slow. It's just such a tedious little job. But I've also assigned those bedrooms that we made up to be actual bedrooms, and we've got this office area made up, and we're just going to assign this to the manager. It's not a great office, but it'll do. Hopefully that'll be good enough for him. Let's take a look at him, see what he says. He needs a meager office, and he has a meager office. So he knows it's not good, but that's all he needed. And this section down here, this is going to be our little chapel, I think. Not sure what all we need in the chapel, but I'm going to assume chairs. I'm just going to set it up with rows of chairs. Maybe a table up at the front, like an altar or something. I'm not too sure how that works, but we'll start with the chairs, and we'll see how that goes. And if we need more, we'll try to figure that out. But I think it's something that it's fairly needed now, because it seems to be affecting a lot of our dwarves. A lot of them are upset about not being able to pray at some point. And a lot of them have a lot of horrified thoughts where they're really upset about different things that have just traumatized them. Mostly seeing dead bodies and ghosts floating around the hallways, and a lot of dead things. Like, we have a lot of dead things here. A lot of people have died. We've had a really awful time with certain parts of this, and that's really started to affect people. Got a couple animals I noticed walking around, so I'm just gonna dump them out in the pen outside with all the rest of them. What's this pig? That looks like a pig. Yeah, big old pig. Can we slaughter this thing? Make some bacon out of it. Don't want to kill the calves. The cow. You know what? I haven't been milking anything. I'm just gonna kill this thing. Let's just kill it. Kill the cows. We do have a bull, though. No, we do have a bull and a cow, so I think those things are going to breed and make us even more food. We can have steaks today, but we've got little baby cows coming in, too. And those will be even better steaks later. So, yeah, let's keep those things anyways. Let's kill these pigs. I know we got a sow and an adult pig. We can make lots of bacon with it, but we've got the cows. Can we kill this mule? Let's kill the mule. And you know what? Let's just kill the bobcat off. Let's just eat it. What else can we eat here? Chicken? No, we can't eat that. A lot of these are pets. Let's kill the ocelot. And that should be good. Oh wait, what was that? A fowl. Let's wait for it to grow up to eat it. Everything's frozen over. Let's get a big Christmas feast going. It's huge amounts of food. Food and drink. As long as we got food and drink, everything's good, right? How did that balistas almost put together? Yeah, okay, so it's been initiated. We're going to want another one made up right after that. So let's get a couple more pieces made up. That guy made all those arrows. Need 3 parts to make one. We've got some big iron ballista arrows. Decent quality. Those will be fun to shoot at something. We're going to want a lot more, clearly. Why is this change orientation? There. I think that's... Oh wait, no, is that the back of it? I can't tell which way it's supposed to be shooting. Does it fire out of this section or out of this section? I'm hoping here. I'm thinking that's like the ropes that winch back, and the ballista arrow sits on that. I don't know. I'm gonna hope that's not gonna just hit our wall, but we'll have to test it out. What can we do with it? Prepare to fire. Fire at will. Not in use facing down. Okay, facing up. So I guess the yellow piece has to face out where we want it to shoot. This is facing up, but there is a tree in the way. Let's get somebody down here to cut down that tree. So that's gonna probably block a couple shots. Bobcat was slaughtered, and then right after Moo cooked another one of his masterpiece meals. Alright, so let's turn this into a throne room or a study. And then can we do anything with it? And I guess we need a table, which we don't have right now. We'll kind of have to catch up on that table making production. Let's just put this guy. If anybody ever rehabilitates that cluttered workspace, we'll have them making tables around the clock. And metals being pumped out. We've got metals coming out just all over the place. We've got lots of looks like iron production is going heavy right now. I'm not going to waste that on a bunch of tables, but maybe we'll make up a couple bolts. I was talking about doing some iron bolts. I'd like to get some of those made for our hunters to go out with and catch some animals a little better. Because how frustrating is it if we start running out of food and these guys are shooting, you know, wooden bolts at something and missing quite possibly. So this guy, because they could be missing and or you know it could be costing them a couple kills out here. Animals escaping on them. Don't want that. We want them to always catch what they're after and keep everybody well fed, because that's going to be a problem, especially now that winter's here. Our indoor pool is actually holding up quite nice. Doesn't seem to be frozen at any point on the water, like on the water intake. Just trying to figure out how I did this again. So I'm following the water here. It goes down, comes back up, and goes up here. So it's frozen coming in, but it's actually unfrozen as soon as it gets underground. And it's all the way back up into our base. So we still have this nice little drinking pool. I know it's stagnant, non-moving water, but should be good enough for dwarves, hopefully. Hopefully. What else we got going on? Got those ballista parts brought up. Can make another ballista. Let's make... Oh, we don't have ballista parts. Very weird. This guy's loading the ballista. He's getting a big iron bolt in there. That's cool. I wonder what that'll be like. Maybe we could do a test shot with it. Let's prepare to fire at will. Can we do a test shot? Can we get somebody on it to prepare to fire it? Maybe that guy will come back. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Probably you won't. I'd just like to see what it does. I don't know if he'll shoot it, because there might not even be a target, right? Got somebody on it, and let's fire at will. Oh, he shot it. Where's it going? Into the tree line, off the map. It cleared out a bunch of trees. That's so cool. That's so cool. Let's just put it back out of use. But I don't know if you guys seen that, but it cleared off a bunch of leaves out of trees up here. And we've got a big iron bolt sitting down here still that we can hopefully reclaim. So those things are pretty, yeah, we've got that. So cool. It didn't break, didn't do anything. We can go pick that up and reuse it. But that's a huge bolt that just came flying out here. Hopefully everybody's okay. I didn't realize that we had somebody out here. Just don't understand these flames of passion people go on about. This guy is a super emo. Didn't feel anything after seeing the goblin die. Didn't feel anything after seeing some other thing die. Oh, Banana Man die. Doesn't feel anything anymore. This person's gone insane. euphoric due to inebriation, was annoyed after having a drink without a goblet, had to drink without anything to drink out of. Maybe I should make up goblets. I didn't realize these guys are just drinking from the barrel. That could be a problem for the alcoholics of the fortress. Why did, I wonder why they stopped on the ballista parts. Let's get a couple goblets made up. You know what, we're making lots of pots here. Let's just go with rock, and let's make, is it just mugs that we can make, or can we make goblets out of this? I guess it's just mugs. But let's just get a bunch of rock cups made up, because, like, why not? We've got tons of rocks laying around the fort. Got all these things being wasted. I didn't realize that they needed these. I thought they, I didn't realize that they needed something to drink out of. But it makes sense. I mean, these dwarves are alcoholics, and they're drinking right out of the barrel. There's going to be problems. Solaria's coming along nice. Did anybody start on those table productions, I guess? For some reason it's been cancelled. Just not enough wood or something, I wonder? We don't seem to have any wood laying around, though. That's kind of freaky. What happened? We need somebody out here chopping down trees, I guess. I really thought we had, like, this huge wood production. I really believed in my heart that we had lots of trees, but apparently we don't. Why can't these trees can't be cut down? Who knows? Weird, very weird. Any trees up here that can that are ready to come? Let's just cut down anything that we can, because it seems like, yeah, we ran out of wood. That freaks me out. I'm not used to doing that. I'm used to having wood as kind of like an abundant resource. What we do have a lot of is rock, and we don't have any mason shops going. So I guess we need those. I guess we need one of them inside here. I guess, like, we have one somewhere. I think it's outside, though. Let's just make this out of some of the extra jet laying about. Where'd that thing go? This guy's still working on floodgates. I guess I forgot about him. This guy has way too many floodgates made up. Put them on tables. We need tables. I can forget about tables for a while. Why did I make so many floodgates? What a waste. Awesome. So we've got logs coming in slowly. I guess that's why the ballista parts weren't made up. So we'll get another one made now that we've got a couple logs stockpiling, and we just ran out of hematite to smelt. That's really good stuff, because we've been constantly having just like an abundance of that. So let's switch over to, I think, limonite. What's this stuff here? Magnetite. That's iron as well, isn't it? Let's put the other smelters on magnetite, and you know what, we can turn that off for now, and make sure that we have as much iron on stock as possible. I just want to have a ton of iron coming in, and then we'll worry about everything else, and get these guys all just producing. As I hate running out. And I don't want to have a low stock of iron. Once we have a ton of iron made up, we'll start back on that steel production. That's going to be something that is really important. Getting everybody armored up in the best of armors. I don't want people walking around with those chainmail shirts, really. I want to get everybody walking around in a full steel plate. Just indestructible little tank dwarves that can come out when we get attacked by anything smaller, anybody that we pick fights with, and just go out there fully armored up, proficient in that armor, and hopefully take down any threats for us. But that's a ways off. But we'll get there. I believe that we can get there. We've had some. We're having a pretty good run with this. We've been really lucky so far, in a lot of ways, about not getting attacked when we're not ready, and when we did get attacked, having the river in the way, protecting us quite a bit there. Because we're running out of room to bury people, but we've gotten really lucky, and we've got a pretty good run, and we've got some good dwarves. We've got some very proficient warriors training up here. See Spear Masters and Mace Lord and Axe Dwarves. We've got some really high-end soldiers. Uh-oh, somebody's been taken by a mood. The mayor. Was it? No, that wasn't the mayor. Oh, that is the mayor in Tullinger. The mayor cancels store item in a bin. He's been taken by a mood. He's possessed, and he's going to go try to build something. Maybe the mayor will go crazy. I wonder if he'd stay the mayor if he lost his mind. He's taking over a craft store shop. What's he going to do next? What's that crazy mayor going to do next? Oh, you can see I'm here with that little exclamation mark. He's going to pick something up. Probably some gems or something from the mine. Maybe a piece of metal. I'm guessing he's coming down here. But I don't really know. We'll have to keep an eye on him. Have to keep an eye on that sea, because it sounds like we're going to get another artifact, right? I wonder what he's doing. I'm really curious. I hope that he's able to start production on whatever he's doing. Because I'd hate to lose him, hate him to go insane, but at the same time, I'm kind of curious to see, would the mayor, if the mayor went insane, would he stay in office? Would he start mandating all kinds of crazy shit? Would he start doing... Would he just start, like, imprisoning people? What would happen around the fortress if the mayor lost his mind? Would the military kill him if it came down to it? I'm sure they would, but how, would they hesitate? How would that go? I don't really know. These should be able to make tables now. Got a little bit of extra wood for tables. Table crafting. Oh, I don't know why we can't cut down those trees. It's really frustrating, man. Oh, maybe we're trying to cut them down at a higher point, and that's stopping us, it looks like. Let's cancel these cuts here. Let's come down a layer and chop them down from here. Does that enable us? Oh my goodness, it does. That allowed it to happen. Weird. I guess we were just trying to cut them from up here and we weren't able to select another cut a little bit lower. But I don't want guys climbing trees trying to cut them. That sounds really dangerous. Really crazy and dangerous. Not something we want going on. The mayor's still collecting materials, I guess. Hopefully he starts on that soon. It would be nice to get another artifact to claim. But I guess we'll have to wait and see on that. But anyways, I'm going to call it here for this episode, guys. I'd like to thank you so much for staying tuned for another Dwarf Fortress episode. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more videos, I am putting these out. Trying to get one out every single day. So don't forget to subscribe for more. And leave a comment below. It really helps me out getting any kind of feedback like that. I really appreciate hearing from you guys, and it just makes my day. Anyways, guys, again, thank you so much for watching. And until next time.